Hello and welcome back to round 5, 6, 7 and 8. We're starting off with qualifying here in Jeddah. And as we round out qualifying here, Russell takes pole position. We do take 6th, which is quite good, with Hamilton in 8th, and Norris is going to join him on the front row as we're going to head to the race, as we have Bortoleto in last. Here we go then, we're going to start on the soft tyres, and it's going to be the far red lights. We have quite a good start as Gasly once again up in the top 5 qualifying. And we're just trying to hold on to the pack right now, not giving up this just about yet. As we also want Lewis to be up here for the constructors, as we are a bit behind. And we get a bit pushed off the Gasly there, and that's going to ruin the start of our race there, losing us a lot of freaking time. Let's hope we can catch up back to the front pack, as Piastri is taking the lead in front of Russell. We make a huge mistake into that final corner, and now we have Lawson all over the back of us. Heading into the chicane, we take a bit of a tiny cut, and we're going to stay right behind Antonelli for now. We want to get past, but he pushes us off the track, and now we got to keep it on track, not to die. And we do keep it on track. Trying to survive this. Trying to overtake Antonelli soon, but we have a bad exit onto the back straight, and we're not going to make it just yet. But here comes Lewis as well, and he is closing the gap. Maybe he's going for a move. We are going to the outside, Lewis to the inside. We're trying to turn into him, and that was way too late for us to make that move. And we have not lost another position now, back into P8. And then we go for around the outside move there on Lewis, and now it's right behind Antonelli once again. Are we going to switch to the inside line? Yes, we are. We're going to send it and hugging that inside to take P6. Can we hold on to that? We make a few mistakes, but so does Antonelli, and that is our P6 for us right there. Quite good for us. Next up is Gasly, who we are going to be hunting down for the remainder of laps. As you can see, they're going 3 wide at the back there with Lawson, Hamilton and Antonelli. They all survived, and then someone caught up to me, which is not ideal. We're keeping this together quite nicely. Just going round and round, pushing the limits. This is quite a difficult track to keep on track as well, as if you go a bit too quick, you will touch the grass and slow down. So it's better to take it safe, but you will also lose a lot of speed. So yeah, as you can see, yes, going wide here, we touch a bit of grass. It's going to ruin our exit speed, as Antonelli's right at the back of us. He's trying to go for the inside line. We cover it defensively. We're going to defend the inside line, squeeze him to the outside, and here we go. He's still behind us on lap 6 now. We got a bit of damage as well, so it's not ideal. We still haven't caught up to Gasly, sadly. Norris and Russell battling for swapping out P1 positions there. They're in their own battle, as Piastri is a second behind. We are now pushing this car, as we are soon about to pit from soft to mediums. As also our car has got damaged, and we did actually pit to softs. Instead, we did 7-7, I'm pretty sure. And we have now climbed up to P4 after an undercut with me and Piastri, which did work out. and we are up into P4 and right behind the podium. We're sitting just tucked in behind Oscar. We're gonna not make a move there because it's kind of scary, but we trying to make a move on the back straight. It does not have any extra speed there on the side, on the outside. Trying to switch to the inside now. Can we keep it together? But Max comes back and pushes us off the track, and that's gonna lose us no positions, but in technicality it loses one position, so it would have been third. Well, no time to give up now. We're still in the battle for podium, technically battle for the win, but yeah, we haven't given up just yet. Right behind Max, and we hopefully we can make that overtake very, very soon, as Piastri is coming now, and he's going all around the track now. We're gonna keep it together on track, but we are not gonna be close enough to Max, as we make a mistake, and that's gonna make Piastri make that move easily, and we go wide once again into the wall. That's gonna lose us even more time. And now on lap 13 here, the podium is slipping away. Maybe we can get P5. I don't know. No, P4, sorry. We're pushing though. We're pushing. Max is there. The top two is running away with it. Russell and Norris has been battling the whole way actually for this win. But we got one lap remaining now to take this podium, and hopefully P4 at least, after starting P6. So we have at least gained a few positions. So we're trying to go for a switchback around the outside of Oscar Piastri. We're going to go side by side through sector 1. We keep it together on track, and that's up to P4 now. Max Verstappen left for the podium, but Norris has completely lost Russell there. And now it's Max against Norris for P2, as Oscar Piastri is all over the back of us, and we're trying to defend it, but he's going to squeeze by, and we go a bit wide. We touch him a bit, and that's gonna give him another chance here into the final corner. As he touches us, we go a bit wide, slow down, and now we need to defend the inside, but he's gonna stay behind, and we're gonna take that P4. With Norris winning in the end, as Russell has made huge mistakes there. Max taking the fastest lap, and Lewis only managing to hold on top 10. Standings: Norris leading, Russell and Verstappen tied on points, and we have promoted up to P5 with Piastri on 100 points. And when the constructors, McLaren still leading the way. Here we go for qualifying number 2. And as you can see, we do take pole position in front of the two McLarens, and Lewis in P7, which is quite alright, a tie for him. But we do take that pole, second pole of the season. Amazing, with the rain coming out on lap 1, which made no one be able to improve. And we're gonna start here on the front row, starting on the medium tires. Now we're gonna switch to the softs actually, because we are looking, and it's gonna be a soft. But here we go then. We do get a good start, trying to pull a gap to the cars behind, but of course they have some amazing straight line speed at McLaren. And as you can see, a 5-pack behind us, all trying to go for moves that defend the inside. But here goes Max Verstappen around us, and we get pushed wide by Russell. And that's going to lose us 4 positions in one corner there. And we do not have any exit speed to gain on Norris, as Lewis Hamilton makes it pass as well. And we drop down from P1 to P6 in a matter of 1 lap. Well, next up, we do have a chance at Lewis into turn 3, and we do make them overtake quite nicely there. And now it's Norris' time to be hunted down. We're trying to go around the outside, but we do not have that exit speed, not the straight line speed either, as that McLaren is rapid on the straights. Now we're trying to keep it through this Mickey Mouse section, and Russell still holding on to the lead with Piastri right behind. Norris trying to go for a move, and we are getting attacked by Lewis Hamilton into the corner there. We do keep it together up into P5. We are still there, and now we're trying to go for a move on Max Verstappen, cut the corner a bit there, trying to go for a switchback, and we do get that move up into P4. Quite amazing move there. Antonelli and Lewis Hamilton, as you can see in the left, is dropping down the order quite rapidly there. He's holding on. We do touch the wall. That we're just gonna ruin our exit speed there. Max gaining, but he's not close enough to go for the move. And we're gonna keep that P4 for now. But he's squeezing us to the inside. We cannot move out, and that's gonna be a very late braking into turn 1, which we do keep that P4 for now. Now onto the back straight once again. Is Max Verstappen gonna be able? No, he's not. He's actually being caught up by Gasly and Hamilton, as we do take a different line into the Mickey Mouse section. Gets a good exit there. Lewis now as well, a good exit back into P5, but look at the 2 drivers behind. They're gonna fly past him once again on that straight. That is quite unfortunate for Lewis. And now they're about to hunt me down, but we are gonna keep it together for now. Still hunting down the top 3 with the 2 McLarens, as rain is announced now, and we will be pitting onto the wet tires. But this is where I make the biggest mistake of my career. As we just driving here on the back straight, trying to head into the pits. We're still in P4, looking quite good. We do drive in. As we enter, the clouds are announced. I tried to switch to inters. I go on to hards, and I thought maybe it dries up, and we do save a pit stop. And then the unfortunate happens. As we're still getting attacked now on dry tires in wet conditions. Heading into the Mickey Mouse section there. We are hit with heavy rain, which has completely ruined our race and our strategy. And the podium chances are now gone. And we do need to peel into the pits, because yeah, we're not staying out, of course. On to full wets now, and we're gonna exit so far down the order. We're gonna exit down with Fernando Alonso for P15, and yeah, there's a huge climb to do now to get back in the top 10 to still keep that streak alive at least, because yeah, nothing else has been seemed to work. And of course, making that extra pit stop has cost us way too much time. As you can see, Norris and Piastri heading into the final corner now, as we are just starting this long straight here, which we of course can't even out-drag the slow cars, as they have some form of speed boost. But here, clouds are coming back, and the track will start to dry. And there we go. The track, as you can see, it stopped raining, but the track is still quite wet. So we're trying to overtake Alonso here for P11. We can't make that move just yet, but we are going to go for a huge send, and that's up into P11 quite nicely there. Next up is Albon, for this top 10 position, as the sun is coming out. And there's one driver who is gonna make not a biggest of mistake, but quite a big mistake as well, which you will see very soon. But now it's time for us to hunt down Albon here for that P10, which is the most we want here in this race after a horrendous strategy and of course unfortunate with the rain and stuff. Well, here we go then. And only 3 laps to go, as you can see. So it's going to be tight. We go for it. Quite cheeky move there on the inside. But of course, Albon has that strength and speed. We're going to defend the inside line though. But he switches to the inside. And we're trying to go for a switchback. We hold it to the outside, but he's going to be first. The driver who stayed out was Lawson, who's 4 seconds behind Hamilton. And as the track is drying up as we exit the pits, that has indeed made the top 6 cars not gonna pit to the end, and as Lawson is 4 seconds behind Hamilton and is 4 seconds ahead of Sainz, who's on softs in dry conditions, you can see that gap dropping quite rapidly down to 1.5 seconds around that area. And yeah, starting the final lap now. It's gonna be Norris against Russell against Piastri for the win. But Lawson is gonna be dropping. We are gonna be hunting down this pack. But with 1 lap to go and 3 seconds to catch, I don't think it's enough for us to do anything about that. And P10 will be a max position. So we see that Norris into the final corners is gonna win the Miami Grand Prix, just like in real life in 2024. He wins it in front of Piastri and in front of Russell, who do make McLaren do a 1-2 as Lawson loses 3 positions in that lap and is going to drop down to P9 as we almost caught him as well. But then 1-2 to McLaren and also the fastest lap. Russell P3 finishing at the podium with Max and Lewis, and the standings now. Russell is in front of Max now, and Piastri is closing the gap to Max as well, and we lost P5 there to Lewis. Constructors looking quite tight between us and Mercedes. And here we go then. P3 for us, quite good there. But Max does indeed take pole position once again, with Piastri joining him on the front row. And Lawson down in P13 for Ferrari. Here we go then, heading to 5 red lights. And we are going to do a 0 stopper here onto hards. But there is rain, so that could change the outcome of this race. Hopefully we can keep together then. Losing already 1 position and 2 position there on already into sector 1. And Max Verstappen also lost a position now to Norris, as actually Norris has climbed 4 positions to take the lead. Quite amazingly there. As we're trying to overtake Max now, we do have that speed, but he is holding on. And we're going to make a tiny mistake, which is going to lose us so much speed there. And Albon is even going to make it up here. Somehow he is in the top 5 as Max makes another mistake. He's making quite many mistakes, as you can see there, in the early races and the early part of this race. But later on he will not make as many mistakes as I hoped. As you see then, the top 3 who's been in the top 3 for almost all the races so far. Norris, Russell and Piastri. Once again there, we are right outside the podium for, I don't know, the 4th time this season. But we have Antonelli and Max right behind us. It is on soft and medium tires, which are quicker, but we are trying to overtake Piastri's. Rain comes out now, and that has ruined our strategy quite massively as we're getting pushed around into the first chicane there, trying to hold on against Antonelli around the outside. We do not have any exit speed, and it's going to put us down into P5, so we can't even get past anywhere with this straight line speed. But we are all gonna go into the pits now. This time I'm not risking it to change tires. I'm going onto the Inters, and that will be a position gained actually into the pits, as Max has a very slow pit stop. And now up into the podium positions we go. And yeah, this is looking quite nicely for us. Just trying to keep it on track for 12 more laps. And hopefully no rain misery once again, and that is a podium for us. We do have 2 quick drivers behind us as the clouds are coming back, which will dry up the track quite slowly. And only me and Yuki Tsunoda actually are on the intermediate tires. So the rest of the cars are risking it for the wets. As you see, Max all over the back of us. We're trying to keep him at bay, but he sends it into the hairpin. And is going to take that P3 away from us, but we're not giving up just yet. But he has the exit speed there to pass up, and he's gonna defend the inside line. So we do have to take the way around, trying to get the exit speed there. But here comes Lewis Hamilton as well. And now, here on lap 11, we are all pitted to soft, and we are down into P6. Which, yes, you may think I have made quite many mistakes. And also, these cars are rapid on the straight when most of the track is straight. So they will indeed pass me everywhere. We are, though, trying to catch up to Lewis for this P5. And this is some good points for us in the team, but also Russell. McLaren with Norris and Piastri in 2nd and 4th will just keep pulling away from the rest of the pack as Lewis makes a tiny mistake. Now we're going to take advantage of that, but he leaves us no space. And yeah, we got to stick behind him for another lap or so. So try to make a move into turn 1 then. It's quite sketchy. But we do get right in front of him to take that P5. But Antonelli does make that move also as we go a bit wide after getting hit in the back. We do keep it together, and Lewis makes it back past. Now, as you can see, Russell leading with a 3.4 second gap, almost 4 seconds there to Norris, which is showing how good that Mercedes car really is, and of course George Russell's pace. And as you can see, the 2 McLarens in 2nd and 3rd, once again double podium, but Max hasn't given up this yet. He's all alone in that Red Bull, as Lawson is outside the top 10 for the moment, hunting down Sainz actually in the Williams as we try and go for another move. Gonna squeeze Lewis to the inside there, but we make that move beautifully here with 2 laps to go as we make a mistake into the 2nd chicane. Now he's gonna stay behind Lewis once again. And we are trying to make the move past. But of course that speed advantage of Lewis Hamilton is not gonna help us as he also touched the grass. But look ahead, we're closing the gap to Piastri and closing the gap to Verstappen. But here on the final lap, it's not going to be enough to catch them. And the goal here for me today is P5. But can we do it? It does not look like it. But the guy who's winning today is indeed George Russell, who takes his, 2nd win. And rain will be announced at the end of the race, but that does not matter. And we can't catch Lewis, and it's only going to be a P6, which I'm quite disappointed in. Russell winning then. And yeah, the standings looking quite tasty here. constructors as well, heading on to Monaco. And as we can see, we do take another pole here. Absolutely amazing in front of Norris again. And Verstappen, Hamilton with a P4. And it's gonna be 5 red lights. We're starting on the soft for our home Grand Prix here as Charles Leclerc. And we're now trying to get our second win of the season, hopefully. Our third pole and our second win would be amazing, as we did indeed lose it in Miami after a quite unfortunate rain there. But here we go then, defending the first few laps here against Norris, who is on the hards, and indeed the hard runners are going for a zero stopper. There will be no rain here in Monaco, so that's free to go for them, and that is Norris, Verstappen, Russell, Gasly, Tsunoda, Bortoleto and Hadjar who's doing that zero stopper here. The rest of us on soft and mediums are gonna make a pit stop, and look at us pulling a gap now, slowly but surely. The gap is reaching a second as we make a tiny mistake, but we gained so much speed through the final corner there, and it's already up to second now, as we see Piastri right behind, and that they have actually pulled away from the pack behind, as the pack behind is a long train of cars there, all going kinds of side by side, 3 or 2 wide, I don't know, but we have absolutely cooked at the start and pulled away like we wanted to. 2 seconds now about to Norris, who is slowing his teammate down a tiny bit as he's on the hards. Here, skipping up to lap 7, we have Antonelli into the pits. Russell's already made a pit stop because of damage, as Monaco is quite a damaging track. So he's gone for a quite early undercut, I would say, which was definitely not intentional, but it will work out for him in the end, as you will see later. As we go through, and we're gonna stay out for another lap before we make a pit stop onto medium tires, as we do want to go to the end on those. We're not risking it for soft. As you can see, our car is quite damaged as well, so we are thinking about pitting very soon. And Norris has indeed closed the gap a bit. Of course, he's not going to be catching us before we pit, but the gap, he's been keeping it at bay quite nicely there. Verstappen, of course, is not going to pit. Same with Gasly. Piastri is going to pit as we head into the pits. Onto mediums. Norris taking the lead. Piastri following us in. And Verstappen is going to pass us there. I'm going to exit in P4 just in front of Gasly and Hamilton. And Hamilton, yes, yet has to pit. He's on medium, so we're just going to make that move quite easily down the inside into the hairpin and keep that P3 for now, as we are heading into the tunnel, into Neville chicane, hunting down Max Verstappen now for P2, as of course these cars will not pit, so it's all about trying to catch them here, as we're going to make that beautiful move into turn 1 there on Max Verstappen and hold him right behind to get up into second place, as now on lap 12 here we have caught up to Lando Norris, and around the outside we go into the tunnel, and he's not quite close enough into Neville chicane, and we're going to keep together. He has a look, but he does not have the chance, he does not have that grip to make it past, and that is P1 for us for now, with not many laps to go. And I see that Russell do have the fastest lap, and I may think about going for the fastest lap actually, because yeah, after a few laps we will pull a gap to Norris, as it looks now, with these quite fresh mediums compared to those quite worn softs, as Piastri is actually hunting their max now for P3, and Lewis only down into P8. As you can see, Russell's undercut did work out. He's P5, and the gap to Norris now 4 to 5 seconds with 3 laps to go. We're already catching up to a back marker here of Bortoleto actually. And now we're gonna make a pit stop onto soft to try and go for that fastest lap. But as you can see, as you will see later, it may not be that fastest lap as we were hoping for. Here we go then, onto softs, and it's gonna be Norris. Norris who takes the lead back, but he's only a second ahead. And with 2 laps to go, he is completely dead on those odds, as Piastri is going to get that P3, it looks like, if he can get any closer to Max. As we already made that move on the same lap as we pitted, as that was quite important that we'd made that move, so we could have clean air, but of course we can't, because we have Bortoleto in the way, and as he forces off wide there, and we also make a tiny mistake in the second sector right there, hit the wall, and that's gonna lose the speed, and the fastest lap attempt is over. But that does not matter. Frick the fastest lap, as we are gonna take a second win here, and a second win for Charles Leclerc in his home race, in his homeland. We win the Monaco Grand Prix to finish off episode 2 of my career mode 25. Lewis taking at P5, and this is how the standings are looking like so far. Here are the constructors, 95 points behind McLaren. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.